DJ Academics. So, are you familiar with what's going on with Academics? All right.
I was
So,
actually going to watch it because there's another person streaming about it tonight, and then I saw your stuff pop up, and I was like, I'll just let Anton tell me.
well, I got a video that's dropping in about an hour and a half on the Anton Daniels breaking it down. But I wanted to get your thoughts on it. So, long story short, this is the premise behind what's going on with DJ Academics, right? So, a few months ago, he did a live stream and he was basically doing it based off of like his girlfriend and was saying that, oh, yeah, she finessed him, she using him, and all of this stuff. And he was like really, really crashing out. Actually, you know what? I might be able to find that. 4 months ago. This is it, I think. Yep, this was it. So I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna go into it.
It's a setup.
So he told a whole story about what happened. Here, I wonder if this will play. All right, so I'm gonna just put it in a I'm gonna put it in the actual format, and then we'll go from there. But he did a whole story about what happened. But he was saying that the feds had kicked down his door, and he seemed really disabled at the time. But he was saying that the feds had kicked down his door and all of that type of stuff. Um, and it was like a big deal at the time, and that was like 4 months ago. Here, let me see if I can get it up for us.
Good. I'm live? Okay, I'm live. Just turn that one light on. Yeah, just turn only that light. Turn that off. Look at that.
Why you cover your face, Quentin?
Niggas will do anything. Dog.
What, Quentin? What's wrong?
Man, I've never done anything with any of my homeboys, anybody's.
Never. I've never,
Not
ever ran a train with a dude that came behind, came in front of, none of that, bro.
not even 5 years from now. They'd be like, oh yeah, I used to talk to yo, blah, 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 like 5 years ago. I'm like, nope.
Fact. That's a
I can't
fact.
do
That's a
it.
whole fact, bro. I'm surprised you ain't know about this.
Man, I've been seeing all this stuff. I just don't ever click on it.
This is the backstory. So, girl came over for him. He been talking to her for 2 years. He go and
He
look at the
mad.
DVR, and he like, oh man, my man's and them is running a train on you. All right, so let's continue a little bit.
Before when I'm sleeping, I'm dead ass.
So you got to remember, one of the reasons why this is important is because he got raided based off of
Her story.
all of that ex-girlfriend getting him jammed up, talking about she got information on him. And he's gonna tell why he's leading into the whole story as to why he wound up getting raided in the first place. I'm giving a thing.
Dear
What
Lord.
kind of mans is them is that, bro? Like I would never touch my man's
The
chick,
whole,
even if it's not his main chick or nothing like that. If it's just a side joint, I don't want your chick.
and what kind of woman just lets two dudes like, and you just, oh,
Well, that's normal. That's normal. Now that part is normal.
oh, that's normal. I get it.
I get that part because I mean, since the beginning of time, that's been happening. However, bro, like
This is wild. I've done some weird shit.
academics get used a lot. He get used a whole lot. He get
I
finessed.
can tell by the way he look that he probably paid for friends.
Yeah, definitely paying for friends. I'm gonna play a little bit more.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm gonna read this. So shout out to Black Ink.
No way, because I'm like,
I wouldn't even have had no discussion with her, bro. I would have sent her home and never talked to her again, bro. I don't even know what the discussion is. Like, is that his girl or something, bro? What is the discussion?
But it's not his girl, it's just somebody that he been dealing with for a couple years.
Right.
That ain't his girl, she a bust down.
Exactly. So why would I even be discussing this with her in the first place?
Yeah, when niggas lie to my face, I just take mental notes. I don't really say shit back. I'll walk niggas into lies all the time, and I just
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I learn my
Video, bro. Like he's so like amped up. This is like at night, bro. He just went live too.
I'm like, yo, it's
This right
cool,
here?
bro. Like I see you fuck my niggas.
This right here is
This was live 4 months ago.
okay.
So he was basically telling the story of why his doors got kicked in the first place.
He's just taking a while to get there.
She said,
Yeah, yeah. Well, so the idea of it is that he basically wind up saying that the girl didn't realize that it was recorded, that she was getting a train ran on it. But then when she seen it, she tried to act like, oh no, they did something to me. Because he's painting it like she didn't want academics to know that his mans and them ran the train. So, it was just a wild night because they was drinking and stuff. But then when he wound up showing on camera, like, nah, I got you on camera, whatever, then she tried to claim like, oh no, they must have did something to me. You know what I'm saying? So, but on camera, he's saying she was throwing it back. You know what I'm saying? And one was hitting it from the front, one was hitting it from the front. Here, I'm gonna play a little bit more.
Dang, that nigga be doing most of his little strag.
Dog, what is wrong? What is wrong with these lames out here, bro? I forgot that I had reviewed this, and now it's like coming back to me, bro. These dudes is wild, man.
God, dog, that's rough.
Absolutely wild.
That's rough. I feel like I kind of know the feeling though about when you got some stuff on your chick and it's right there and there's no denying it. Why she denying it?
So, anyways, long story short, she was like, "Oh no, they must have did something to me." Once she came back, and then they kicked in his doors, but ultimately they never, they went and got
So
the
she
DVD.
told.
Well, here, so let me go to this next story, right? So, is it? Oh shoot. Anyway, she wound up going on the internet and being like, "Yo, Ack, you know what you did to me, whatever, blah blah blah." All of that, bro. Like she wound up being on some like, you know what you did or whatever. Here, let me see if I can pull up a video. Hold on, I might be able to get something up still. So,
Don't.
might be able to get up a Chiggs video.
nothing happened. You feel me? No case,
Yeah,
no nothing.
She ain't even cute.
Also, I will say this. These are things that
that makes only loud on my week. After that makes one to a supposed
out the woodwork. I'm not even gonna play the video you mean you're saying this else looking was something to the revision.
also may not those act this, but that
Maybe it did. Maybe I wasn't able to get it, so I don't know. But anyway, she wound up releasing a video on Twitter and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you, and I'm coming for you, and all of this stuff." Right. So that wound up playing out, and then now,
Oh, so this is because I know some stuff dropped today. I saw that.
well, let me see something. Again, I might be able to get a different video up, but now she basically filed a lawsuit. Not a actual rape allegation, like didn't no criminal, just a straight up lawsuit against him.
Gonna be on YouTube with it, man.
him and comes over the complete of the strong need effort.
You and if me to look at like by the way, I point
Please connected every now and then.
You know that this.
Here's what she said.
I look crazy right now, but I'm not gonna stand here and let this man continue to lie about me. That's not what happened, Academics. You know that that's not what happened. And for you to pretend that you didn't do anything, that I just went to your house and I'm just some thought, like we didn't know each other for 2 years. You tried to save yourself after your friends assaulted me. Whether or not you got drunk or not, I know that when you woke up, you were on top of me too. And a rape was done. You know what? I'm gonna come back with my own story. This what you wanted, you're about to get it. I've been quiet for way too long.
Now I'm gonna play you guys what.
So that's what she wound up releasing right after Academics went live. And then Here, I'm gonna hit you with.
That's rough because your DNA is in her. If it's your chick,
Well, okay, so let's assume that that's true. How come
hmm
Act? I'm about to pull up 2K. How come Act never got no allegations against him?
oh, I would assume because that conversation that they had, and she was like, "Yeah, I have fun. I like whatever that little conversation." I'm sure he had that on camera too.
Had what on camera?
That whole conversation where he was asking her about it, and she was like, "Yeah, last night was
It's
fun." Blah blah
allegedly
blah.
some kind of video that's going around, and I'm not even gonna play it because they trying to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the sentiment of it is or whatever, but it's allegedly some kind of video that's going around. I actually heard it where it's like a whole bunch of screaming in the background, and then Act wound up coming in, and there was still some screaming going in the background or something like that. So
So
it's a bunch of stuff going on, and nobody knows
what
what it
makes
is.
what makes them raid your house because of these kind of allegations, as opposed to just picking you up? Because I'm not gonna like
I
full
think
disclosure. This happened to me, and I got accused of SA with a deadly weapon. And I didn't. I guess I was asleep when they came to my house, and they left my little warrant in the door. To, hey, show up. Like, they
well, I think that
didn't
the
just
raid
left.
was supposed to be to come in and get as much evidence as they possibly could based off of the
Okay,
accusations.
got you. Like the cameras and shit.
But he never got charged with nothing.
That's wild.
He was never charged with anything. That's the caveat to it. So anyway, she hit him with a defamation lawsuit, rape, sexual assault, and defamation lawsuit. It went on to say that they dated briefly, whatever. He already talked about that, and it say two men allegedly spiked her drink and continued to serve her alcohol until they raped her on the pool deck of that Akademiks home. That's what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? As far as like her busting it down for a real one. And she woke by 4 a.m. by Academics pulling her hair and prying open her legs and brutally busting her down again. She accused him of penetrating her anally and vaginally. And then she claimed she begged Academics to stop, even to the point where she was crying for most of the assault and then losing her ability to physically move. Now, this is completely different from this is her. She looked pretty regular. I mean, she looked really, really
Yeah,
regular.
real regular.
But long story short, she basically was claiming that he was busting her down afterwards too, and you know, sexual assault,
She
and then
gonna get
Yeah,
she gonna get something.
she claiming that
it's
he
cap.
defamed her. So
It's cap. He already really addressed this. Like I
he
watch
did.
acting long form, and the reason why he never got charges of shit filed because he showed the people the tape.
Yeah, he
So
did. He gave him the
after,
tape. He did. He gave him the tape.
and so after the tape, there was nothing. There was nothing else to see. She was clearly had her ass arched up and was sucking dick, and I don't think that was
Yeah, I don't
invalidatory.
think
So
that drugs don't make you do that. Like I
yeah,
think like the date grape drug, it just kind of like you be out of it. It's like a dead body.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, you
yeah,
ain't you ain't participating.
I'm just tired of like how women get to run the wheel against us like with no cost.
Yup.
Like
But see,
how
that's what
women
I'll be telling people. Like that's why I don't fuck with that court of public opinion shit, bro. Because
yeah, like
anybody can claim anything, man.
yeah, like you throwing shit at the wall to see what stick with my fucking livelihood. And like we gotta start taking court of public opinion to a real serious matter, bro, because I done been tried to be counsel before and I done had 300 folks call my old job and
Yep.
all my schools and stuff trying to get me fucked over about a joke that I said. Now, was the joke
Hmm.
inappropriate? Absolutely. But like that don't give you the right to call my job.
Yeah.
Yup.
He said that he gonna see this all the way through because if she want to sue, he's okay. So this was the sentiment, and I think it's actually in the article too. Hold on. Move physically,
She
blah blah
has to
blah.
know that tape is gonna come out eventually.
And
Like
it's not
someone's
gonna
gonna be
look good
sitting in the courtroom watching you perform.
Hold
with
on.
two dudes.
Um, 'Cause- 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 All right, so here it is. Her lawyer said litigation is always a last resort. After several unsuccessful attempts to privately resolve this issue, she was left with no other choice but to file, and his hubris would be his downfall. So basically, I'm guessing that they tried to negotiate with a settlement.
He said,
But
Yep.
but see, that's my thing. If it's really happening, I'm not really. If it played out the way that she's saying that it played out, then wouldn't you want justice? What do you mean it's a settlement? A law? Because this is a civil suit. This is not a criminal suit. This
Right.
is I want to get paid for my being under duress and all of this stuff, and they saying that they want a settlement. And so basically, it sounds like they tried to get a bag out of him, and he was like, "Nah, I ain't going for it. I ain't getting no bag. I ain't giving you no bag."